And we're back, folks, here tonight with our proper qualifying session underway. We'll follow along with things that come around turns 9 and 10 here of the Red Bull Ring. There's the Haas driver coming through turn 1, down in the 4th here, hugging that inside curb. Making sure not to take too much of the outside curve there. Making to turn 2 up the hill. Lots of lifting and coasting done here. Braking very late. Gets down to second gear in time for turn 3. Very quick first 1.5 sectors for Cobb on the battery very quickly. He's finishing up turn sector 2 with a purple sector 2. However, I know the game always lies to us. He will be the first to set a lap. And these lap times are quick, folks. A little bit wider than I would have thought. There into turn 9, cutting that corner as much as he can. On the battery, he goes Cobb with a provisional pole time of 106.621. The Red Bull of 6 of the 107.494. K-Fast putting himself on the board with a 106.19. Fredders of the 106.811. The Ferrari of Luck, 2/10 behind the Audi, a 106.33. And then Taco Williams, the 107.015. That might be the Haas of Wiggly coming across the line with the 108.951. That's the second Audi of Andringus coming across the line with a 108.587. Only good enough for P7 at the moment. Zizor coming across the line. 107.097. That's good enough for P6. It looks like Buzz will follow along with him, hugging that inside curb. Goes the Red Bull. Fast out of turn 3. Down the back straight. Into third gear, hugging that inside curb. On the battery through turns 5, heading into 6. Turn 7, turn 8. It's just long stretch from hole 3. Going turn 9, going wide, trying to hug that inside curb. Able to keep it on track though, a lot wider. Slinging that curb. Car into curb. Oh my goodness, turn 10. With a 106.322. Up enough to put him on the front row, but not enough to get pole position. Right now, Termaki looks to improve his time. It takes provisional pole with a 106.143. The Mercedes had a lot more in the tank. Buzz going on another fast lap. Follow along with him as he has a shot to get pole position. He's on the medium tire compound. And he was able to get that fast of a lap, and a medium is fascinating as ever. Here he goes, trying to improve his time on the mediums. A little bit scrubbed in. Gonna have to recharge a lot, hugging that inside. Heading into turn 5. And coming into 6. Turn 7, he's down on his time, 2/10. At least it should be good enough for pole position. But this sector, you can lose a lot of time hugging that inside curve a lot more. Maybe it'll get him time there too. Oh, but it validates onto turn 10. What time would he have gotten? He had finished it a 106.028. He would have had pole position. Wiggly might be He definitely is. He's down on his time. Or up on his time, I think. No, it's down. Almost a 10th. Where can he improve? Gets himself into the 107.391. Able to gain some time in turns 9 and 10. I believe that's the Audi of Andringas. Yeah, he's really down on his time. 7/10. Trying to keep it tidy. Staying on track. Able to get a 107.278. Only to get beat out by a 1,000th of a second by Sticks. Oh my gosh. Sticks with a 107.277. Fred was in the pit. Taco. Looks to be on a fast lap. We'll follow along with Taco in the Williams. Very wide heading into turn 6. Here goes 7. He's down 5/10. That'll give him up to P5. He's not able to lose time here. The turns 9 and 10. Hugs that inside curb. Able to keep it on track is the Williams. Cutting it, not as more, but able to keep it on track. Gets on the boost. Taco with a 106.856. Good enough for P6. Which is Buzz, who's 2/10 down. It was 2/10 down in his time. His time still would have been, I believe, good enough for pole position if he hadn't cut turn number 10. Chip on his shoulder. Can he get up to the front row? He's using that car as much as possible, as well as that track, heading into turn 5 or 6. Hugging that outside line, heading into 7 and 8, keeping it on track, on the battery throughout there, up the hill, hugging that inside line. Maybe a little bit wide, but pretty tight, nice and tidy, able to keep it on track. There into turn 10. Where will he go? He goes on pole with a 105.341. Buzz finally does it. Gets the Red Bull on pole by over 7/10 of a second. The big man is here, and he's here to win it all. Dude, the V-Carb driver sitting in P9 right now. He's added a 10th of time right now, but he has some battery to play with. Goes on boost mode ever so slightly. Has a lot of battery remaining, probably saving it for the main straight. Can he keep it tidy in turns 9 and 10? He does. Not going on the battery, just straight relying on this. Now he goes in the boost, drops time, but not enough to move up. Is on a fast lap, it looks like, but also low on gas. So I don't know if he's trying for a fast lap. Luck is definitely on a fast lap. K-Faz definitely also on a fast lap. He's a 10th down. 10th plus down. Termaki goes off track. Mercedes K-Faz cutting turns 9 and 10 as much as possible. The Audi driver, can he make a move? Oh, not enough to take pole away from Buzz. Can Luck take that away? But K-Faz gets into the 105.867. Termaki did get into the 105, so the 105.985. As there goes the Red Bull. I don't know if that was Buzz or if that was Sticks. It looks to be Sticks, the teammate of Buzz. Maybe trying to intimidate the Ferrari. I don't know. But here comes Luck, who's had a good stretch. He's sitting first in the Drivers' Championship. He puts himself above K-Faz on the 105.6. That was Cobb going for a fast lap now, the Haas. He was the initial driver to set a time for us here in Austria, but everybody needs to try and get there. Last laps in. Buzz trying to look to improve upon his time to make sure he maintains his pole position. Cobb has an opportunity to do this. Luck won't have a chance to fight for pole position, so he is hoping to stay in the front row. Cobb will be the first man on the offensive, and he's down on his time. But he needs a lot more if he wants to fight for pole. Can he maybe get on that second row and knock K-Faz down a little bit? Oh, but he invalidates. He will not improve upon his time. KB up on his time. Or down on his... Up on his time. Yeah, I believe up is the correct term. My goodness gracious. I have to think of it in terms of swimming. If I was a swimmer. My goodness gracious. KB up on his time. Able to improve, but only enough for P5. Termaki, he's down 3/10. Can he improve to the front row? The Mercedes crosses the line. Stays in P4. So this man here, the Red Bull, does not improve his time, but this man, Buzz, will sit on pole position here in Austria. Red Bull very happy to be on pole position here in their home race. But Buzz, Luck, K-Faz, your top 3. Termaki, KB Brown at your top 5. Cobb, Taco, Wiggly, Fredders, Andrigas, your top 10. Zizor and Sticks round out your top 12. Gonna get the race director information here for right now. But Red Bull in a good situation right now. Luck trying to fight, continue to build his gap in the Drivers' Championship. Was Buzz trying to make a statement, improve a little bit on the driver's standings too. He can move up a bit with a big points haul tonight here in Tier 2.